Have you ever looked up at the night sky, a vast canvas glittering with countless stars, and wondered if we are truly alone? It is a profound question, one that has echoed through human history for millennia. We see these distant suns, each potentially warming its own family of planets, and we cannot help but speculate. Could there be other worlds, teeming with life? And if so, could that life have found its way here, to our own small, blue world? This is perhaps the most audacious question of all. Are we in some fundamental way the children of the stars, brought to this planet by hands not of this world? The idea that aliens might have planted life on Earth is a staggering thought. It challenges our most basic understanding of who we are and where we come from. Long before modern science began its formal search for extraterrestrial life, humanity was already telling stories. Ancient cultures across the globe, separated by vast oceans and impassable mountains, shared remarkably similar tales. They spoke of powerful beings descending from the heavens. These beings were often described as gods or celestial visitors, who brought with them profound knowledge, advanced technology, and the very foundations of civilization. The theory known as the ancient astronaut theory suggests that these were not gods in the mythological sense, but rather intelligent beings from another world. They examined the intricate lines etched into the Nazca Desert in Peru, vast geoglyphs that are only fully visible from the sky. They also consider ancient texts, like the Indian Vedas, which describe flying machines called vimanas that engaged in aerial combat. Science, in its quest for answers, offers a different, though no less wondrous story of our origins. The prevailing scientific theory is known as abiogenesis. This is the process by which life arises naturally from non-living matter. It proposes that on the early Earth some 4 billion years ago, conditions were just right. Within this chaotic environment, something remarkable happened. Simple organic molecules, the building blocks of life, began to form. This was demonstrated in the famous Miller-Urey experiment of 1952, which simulated the conditions of early Earth and successfully produced amino acids. The next crucial step was the emergence of self-replication. At some point, a molecule arose that had the incredible ability to make copies of itself. From this single, humble origin, a process of evolution driven by natural selection took over, eventually leading to the incredible diversity of plants and animals we see around us. While abiogenesis focuses on a homegrown origin for life, there is another compelling scientific idea that broadens the search. This is the theory of panspermia. The word itself comes from Greek, meaning seeds everywhere. These seeds of life could travel from one star system to another, carried on comets, asteroids, or interstellar dust. However, we have discovered that some forms of life are astonishingly resilient. Microscopic organisms known as extremophiles have been found on Earth, thriving in the most hostile environments imaginable. Experiments have even shown that some bacteria and tardigrades, also known as water bears, can survive exposure to the harsh conditions of outer space for significant periods. A large impact on a planet where life had already formed, such as an early Mars, could have ejected rocks and debris into space. If this debris contained dormant microbes, it could have then traveled through the solar system and eventually crashed onto a young, receptive Earth, seeding our world with life that originated elsewhere. But there's actually a more radical version of this idea, one that brings us right back to the question of intelligent design. This is called directed panspermia. It was famously proposed by Francis Crick, one of the co-discoverers of the DNA double helix. They argued that the complexities of life and the genetic code seemed just way too intricate to have arisen purely by chance in the relatively short time available on early Earth. Their bold hypothesis was that life may have been deliberately sent here by an advanced alien civilization. According to this theory, an ancient, highly intelligent species embarked on this grand project. They would have designed and built unmanned spacecraft, kind of like microscopic arks, specifically to carry the seeds of life to promising new worlds. These probes would be loaded with robust microorganisms, maybe even genetically engineered for survival, and sent out in all directions across the galaxy. The spacecraft would be designed to protect their precious cargo from the hazards of space, and to release it only when they detected a planet with suitable conditions, like the presence of liquid water and a stable atmosphere. Those who believe in an extraterrestrial origin for humanity often look for evidence not in ancient stones, but within our very own biology. The argument is that if we were created or modified by an advanced civilization, they might have left a signature embedded within our genetic material. Our DNA is, honestly, an incredibly complex information storage system containing about 3 billion base pairs of code. Some theorists propose that parts of this code could contain a hidden message from our creators. One intriguing line of thought points to the sudden and rapid evolution of human intelligence. The human brain tripled in size over a period of just 2 to 3 million years, which is an unprecedented rate of growth. Proponents of alien intervention suggest this was no accident. They theorize that extraterrestrial geneticists may have tinkered with the DNA of our primate ancestors, unlocking the potential for language, abstract thought, and self-awareness. A study in 2013 by 2 Kazakhstani scientists claimed to have found evidence of an intelligent-like signal within human DNA. They argued that the patterns and logic embedded within the code are far too ordered and sophisticated to be the product of random evolutionary processes alone. Furthermore, some point to certain genetic flaws or predispositions in humans as potential evidence. Why are humans so susceptible to issues like back pain or impacted wisdom teeth? Perhaps our physiology is not fully adapted to Earth's gravity or environment because our genetic template originated elsewhere. For every argument suggesting alien intervention, science provides a robust and evidence-based counter-argument rooted firmly on Earth. The primary position of the vast majority of biologists and paleontologists is that human evolution, while remarkable, can be fully explained by natural processes. The idea that junk DNA contains a hidden alien message, for instance, has been largely overturned. We now know that much of this non-coding DNA plays a crucial role in regulating gene expression, acting like a complex switchboard that turns genes on and off. The sudden leap in human intelligence is also viewed differently by mainstream science. Climate change in Africa, for example, transformed forests into savannas, forcing early hominids to adapt. This pressure favored traits like bipedalism, tool use, and social cooperation, all of which would have driven the evolution of a larger, more complex brain. There is no need to invoke aliens when evolutionary pressure provides such a powerful explanation. Finally, the notion that our physical flaws are signs of an alien origin is also easily countered. Imperfections are the hallmark of evolution, not intelligent design. Our back problems are a direct consequence of the evolutionary trade-off of walking upright. These flaws are not mysteries pointing to the stars, but rather scars of our own evolutionary history here on Earth, reminding us that we are a work in progress, shaped by the pressures of our own world. The universe is a place of staggering scale and mind-boggling facts, which add fascinating context to our question of origins. For instance, there are more stars in the observable universe than there are grains of sand on all the beaches on Earth. Current estimates suggest there are somewhere between 100 and 400 billion stars in our Milky Way galaxy alone, and there could be as many as 2 trillion galaxies in the universe. The ingredients for life as we know it are also surprisingly common throughout the cosmos. Astronomers using radio telescopes have detected complex organic molecules, including sugars and alcohol, floating in vast interstellar gas clouds. Our own solar system provides tantalizing hints that life's potential may not be confined to Earth. Jupiter's moon Europa and Saturn's moon Enceladus are both believed to have vast liquid water oceans hidden beneath their icy shells. Perhaps the most humbling fact of all is the sheer age of the universe. It is approximately 13.8 billion years old. Our planet, Earth, is a relative newcomer at about 4.5 billion years old. This means that there were billions of years for life to arise and evolve on other worlds before our planet even existed. A civilization on a planet just 1 billion years older than ours could have evolved to a level of technological sophistication that is completely beyond our comprehension. So we return to where we began, staring up at the infinite canopy of space, filled with more questions than answers. Did aliens create us? The truth is, we do not know. We have the remarkable scientific story of abiogenesis, a narrative of life emerging from the raw chemistry of our own planet, shaped by the patient, relentless hand of evolution. Yet we also have the tantalizing speculative theories of panspermia and directed panspermia. These ideas challenge us to think beyond our world. to see ourselves as part of a larger, interconnected cosmic web of life. Ultimately, the lack of a definitive answer is not a failure. It is an invitation. It is what drives our science, our exploration, and our imagination. It fuels our desire to send probes to Mars and beyond, to build ever larger telescopes to search for biosignatures, and to listen with radio dishes for a signal from the stars. The search for our origins is, in many ways, the search for ourselves. By asking, did aliens create us? We are forced to confront our own existence in the most fundamental way. Whether we are the children of Earth alone or the descendants of the stars, our journey to understand our place in the cosmos has only just begun. The story is still being written.